Hello dear friends, welcome back to Veganica channel. Today I would like to share a very important petition with you and asking you to sign if you haven't done it yet. I will read this petition for you, but additionally I will say some words from my side. This is a petition against blending male chickens alive, the practice which are known among vegans, but I'm afraid is completely unknown among non-vegans. I must tell you that when I said about this situation to my mother, she couldn't believe, she didn't believe. She said that humans were not that cruel. She said it was impossible. She didn't want to believe. Because average people, especially such who have some experience in the village. For example, my mom grew up in the village and she knows something about chickens. She used to have chickens. And she still keeps this vision, this image of keeping chickens in the yard, chicken running freely, growing up in a natural pace. This is her image about how poultry industry or egg industry looks like. So when I told her about this situation and this practice, she didn't believe me. She said that people by nature, by default, always try to make things humane way or as little harmful as possible. She refused to believe me. I had to show her some videos, but yet she had a problem to acknowledge. She thought maybe actually everything I am telling her about meat industry, she tends to consider those situations as rare pathological situations. And I'm afraid many of non-vegans may not be aware how their eggs are being produced. Therefore, please not only sign this petition, but also share this petition and spread this information among non-vegans too. Okay, now I will read this petition and then I will add some words from myself. And of course, a link to this petition is below the video. Okay. Tiny hatchlings are shredded alive in the poultry industry when they are considered commercially useless, and this refers to male chickens. In poultry industry, every egg is created equal, but not every hatchling. That's because while female chicks are prized, male chicks are considered commercially useless. After all, they won't ever produce eggs, and they won't grow as big as hens, so they can't provide meat, because for meat there are different breeds. In the industry's eyes, those are the only two things they are good for meat, either for meat or for producing eggs. So these poor male chicks, only a day to 3 days old, are shredded alive. That's right, shredded. It's called mass culling, and it kills 4 to 8 billion male chicks every year. During a cull, baby chicks are placed on a conveyor belt. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Helpless as it draws them closer and closer to the mouth of a giant shredder. One by one, or in large waves, the babies fall into the machine's gears, which crush and rip at their little bodies. It's shocking that wherever the poultry industry is operating, this grotesque practice is still allowed. Well, almost everywhere. Germany recently announced that it will approve a law banning the culling of male chicks for good. That's fantastic news, and congratulations if you are from Germany. Now it's time to go on one step further. Sign the petition telling the European Union to adopt similar legislation and pass a comprehensive ban on male chick culling. Chicken culling is obviously disturbing and cruel, but those qualities are magnified by the fact that it's totally unnecessary, and this is crucial information that's totally unnecessary. There are ways of testing an egg just 9 days after fertilization to determine what sex the chick will be. This test has been around for years, and yet the poultry industry is still hatching chicks just to brutally slaughter them hours or days later. France has also committed to phasing out mezcals by the end of 2021. But this is just the beginning. If you want to protect even more chicks, sign the petition and tell the European Union to pass a total ban on the masculining of male chicks in the poultry industry. I know that at least half of my English-speaking audience is from USA. Please tell me, leave a comment and share the information whether the similar petitions are available in USA, so maybe we should also spread this information and tell me what is the situation there. But since years there were methods to tell whether it's gonna be male chick or female chick. It was all unnecessary. What's up with humanity? What's wrong with us? That we don't care, that we let this unnecessary suffering. How careless people can be. It is so devastating to hear that a method to prevent this brutal situation. Such methods have been available for years, but people are so careless to use them. Probably, maybe it's economically not profitable for them to use any of those methods. Maybe an egg will be some cents more expensive. It's horrible to hear how careless people are, letting this massacre, this unnecessary atrocity toward living being is so much disappointing. And I want to say another additional reflection related to a specific feature of my channel. As you know, I concentrate especially on those who justify all those atrocities toward animals with religions, with the fact that God gave us dominion over animals. You could have heard this phrase multiple times in my debate with a Christian. This is why people feel okay with this. Justifying cruelty with religion is the most common obstacle to veganism in my country, and this is the main reason I hear again and again from people that it's okay because God lets us do it. Just please tell me, if the God lets anyone, just any living soul, to come to the existence for a short time, just only in order to experience an extreme pain, because we can imagine that being blended or shredded alive, for sure it must be extreme pain. If really your God or anybody's God lets this situation, accepts this situation, then please tell me, what's the difference between God and Satan? In which way Satan can be worse than God? Is there any way to be worse than that? Is it possible to be worse than that? Maybe the only way to be even worse than this is to accept the situation that someone is brought to this world, invited to existence, to suffer longer, like in poultry industry, to suffer for 6 weeks, to stay in hell, and after all, to have your head cut. If God accepts this situation, then I really see no difference between God and Satan. But we know, Jesus said, if you care about your own family, your son, your mother, your daughter, if you care about them more than you care about a random soul, a random God's child, that means a random chicken, a random pig, you have nothing to do with me and nothing to do with my spirituality. This is what Jesus said. And therefore my own veganism has this strong Christian feature, because I grew up on Jesus' words. and they became part of me. And this is what I find probably the most valuable words in the whole Christianity. Yeah, if you care about your son, your daughter, your mother, your wife, your husband more than you care about random pig, random chicken, you are not spiritual at all, because that means you care basically about yourself only and solely, because you care about your closest ones, because they are part of you. You identify yourself with them. That means if you care about your relatives only, or more than you care about a random pig or chicken, you care only about yourself. You have nothing with Jesus, Spirit, and spiritually in general. So this is my reflection I wanted to share with you. Please necessarily go to that petition, sign it, share it, and spread this information. I'm sure many people don't know it. Me either. I had no idea about such things before I went vegan, before I became interested and checking by myself. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.